Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is FRL. We're back streaming, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 15th round of the championship in season 10 of FRL here, and we are at Abu Dhabi. And as you can see, it is dry. I was expecting it to be full wet, to be honest. So the rain gods have not heard my prayers, but here we go then. Let's set up the track map and stuff. I think Mats Huisman is the... I'm just gonna call him Mats. I don't know. The Williams is out first actually of Blue Racer. And this is the most unique pit exit on the calendar as we go under and over. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy the PS5 graphics mode. The lights are shining onto these cars, and the reflections are beautiful. Let's see. Tires. No one has chosen the medium, so we'll don't care about that. Put that on. All right. So. Let's do fastest lap, yeah. So Blue Racer still out ahead of everyone, and as you can see, most of the drivers are out on track setting or going for the line to set a lap time. And also Phoenix has retired, I noticed. So we're already down to 15 runners, and it's only qualifying. But there we go. Blue Racer rounding the final two corners of the track now, or starting to, and we'll ride along with a lap of Blue Racer here. So let's see. Starting a lap now over the line, coming up to turn one. How will he fare? Gets a... He misses aiming just a tiny bit, and track extends, and that's his lap invalidated. Let's ride along with Mats. Yeah, really riding the curves there through turn 3. Now coming up to turn 5, I believe, because the little left kink can be considered a turn, I guess. Anyway, here through turn 5, I didn't really check how he took it, to be honest, but DRS open. Coming up to turn 6. You want to brake at the 100, and the brake marker boards are already taken out. Let's see, good apex. And touching the inside curve there, which cannot settle the car, and he was in second gear as well, which is quite dangerous. Now keeping it tight to the inside, coming to the end of the back straights here. This corner is of course reprofiled this year, or this game as well, and here we have Blue Racer spinning there. But continuing on with Mats through the third sector. Let's see, these corners are also changed, so if you're good at Abu Dhabi last year, it doesn't have to mean that you're good on it this year, because a lot of the corners are changed. This corner is flat out, but Mats lifted just a tiny bit there. But anyway, 124.9 for Mats. Kyle beats that with a whole second with a 123. And the AlphaTauri of Leo has invalidated. Petuka has beaten Mats. Let's see. Sahailu has... Oh, Indigo 141.5. Smirteroni 124.7. Who's coming up the line? Jolo Man, I think, is the next one to set a lap time, or maybe the has ahead of him. Jeroen, FVR Jeroen 123.6, and Jolo Man puts it in at 124.9. So currently FVR Jeroen leading by 3/10 from Kyle. Also, the sneaky lagger. I don't know how it can be a sneaky lagger, but the sneaky lagger beats his teammate up to P3 there with a 124.4. Sihailu is going for a lap, and he is definitely one of the fastest drivers in FRL. I think most of our points in SRC came from him. and he was also one of the people who made us qualify into SRC. I was the other one. Anyway, we're going here through the last sector now. Let's see how he will finish, as he misses the apex right here. I don't know which corner this is, so I'm gonna say right here. But through these corners, take it very nicely, getting a bit of a snappy moment on the exit there, but flat out through here. Now the final corner. He is, I think it's gonna be a good time. 1:23.7. That's a very good time. Puts him in P2 behind FRL Jerome. Jerome is in, the other Jerome, FRL Jerome, is in P11 with a 1:39. So obviously not representative of his pace, and he's currently just driving the track. Yeah, we are a bit serious today. We can joke if you want to, but we're going to be a bit serious today, ladies and gentlemen. So there we go. CRL Leo about to start a lap. He is a very fast qualifier, I've heard, and is lacking in race pace, I've heard as well. But let's see what he can do now in qualifying, and we'll see later in the race. So he misses turn 1, or misses the apex of turn 1. Good apex for turn 2. Now turn 3, nicely done. Turn 4, this little king, I'm gonna call it turn 4. Now turn 5, this has been changed from last year's game, so I would say it took that very nicely. It didn't really hit the apex, but you don't really have to on that corner. You just have to get a good exit. Now coming up to one of the chicanes, I think the only chicane actually, the only chicane on the track. Turn 6, and he got a oversteering moment on the exit of turn 7 there. Now up to turn 8. Let's see how he'll take this corner. Turn 8, keeps it tight, and uses the curb on the exit there. Very nice. Turn 9, 10, now 11, very nicely taken. Turn 12, 13, also nicely taken. Now will he take this flat? Turn up 14, and there we go. Turn 15. So it's 15 corners, and he spins on the exit of turn 15. Well, 1:25.9 with a spin. He definitely has some pace. Now Kyle is on a 2-minute lap. Never mind. Blue Racer though, about to finish a lap now. 1:23.9, puts it up in P4. Very nice time from Blue Racer. Who's the next one to set a lap time? Is it Kyle? No, it's someone else. And we have Leo retired on track, it looks like. I'm not quite sure. Jeroen is not setting a lap time. I don't know who he is. Who's the next one to set a lap time? I think it's Merteroni. Up to the line, 1:24.7. Oh, he's starting a lap time. Sorry. Oh yeah, okay, it's Indigo setting a lap time next. Now, through the third sector, he takes this corner flat, and turn 15. How does he fare there? 1:23.4, he beats FER Jeroen. Now, Masiek has invalidated. I saw that he was the next one to set a lap time, but he has invalidated, unfortunately. Kyle though, through the final 2 corners now. Turn 15 here, and gotta get a good exit to match. Oh, look at that, he puts it up in P2 with 1:23.5. So currently it's Indigo, Kyle, and then Jeroen for the top 3. And Mikulutsi starts the lap now. We're gonna ride along with Jolo, man, as he's on a lap. Really hugging a late apex there for Jolo, man, in the long left-hander of turn 8. And now turn 11, 12. Here's 12. No, actually that's 13. Here 14. Missing the apex a tiny bit. I think he had to lift, but it's a good exit nonetheless. A 124 free, 5, almost 6/10 up on his previous lap time. And here we go, Matt's spinning on the exit of turn 2, and that's a DNF for Matt. Unfortunately for him. Palace White, I've been told that he's a rapid driver, so let's see how he takes the final sector. He's currently in P12, and there is some laggy business going on here, or yeah, and that's him into the wall. And okay, something's happening there which isn't good, so we're not gonna look that way. Anyway, Smirteroni has abandoned his lap time. Jeroen, FVR Jeroen is currently in P3, looking to improve on his position. Pushing the car through turn 8 here. He hit an early apex and then let it run wide. And he misses the apex of turn 11 completely, and turn 12 he completely skips that. Turn 13, yeah, well, let's not look at Jeroen or FVR Jeroen. It's Jeroen, indeed, Blue Racer. Anyway, Jeroen is actually has abandoned his lap, if he ever was on one. Miku doing some sussy lines on the exit there, and he is started lifting to compensate. So very humble of him. That's why he's in the humble squad, ladies and gentlemen. The sneaky lagger with his invalidated lap time are actually now starting a lap. Let's ride along with the sneaky lagger actually. Now coming up to turn 1, missing the apex, but keeps it within the track limits on the exit. Now through turn 2 and 3. He touches the inside curve and spins because of it. And that is the lap over for him. And I think Petuka is the next one to will start a lap actually. So we're gonna ride along with him then. Petuka, if you want some screen time, don't bottle. Yeah, here we go. Starting the lap now. Coming up to turn 1. Let's see how he will take it. It was quite hesitant, I would like to say, and he also spins on turn 2, on the entry of turn 2 nonetheless, not on the exit. So yeah, no more screen time for you. No more screen time to any bottlers. You have to wait and you have to go back to the pits and switch tires. But anyway, I saw Ferrari going out. It is the provisional pole sitter of Indigo. He is exiting the pits on those shiny new softs. So he has 4 minutes left in the session, which will mean that this is his last run, unless he invalidates early and decide to back off and go again afterwards. And there was some very sus things there with his late decision making, as you can see. And we have the Mercedes weaving on the track, which is illegal in the FIA eyes. 100-second time penalty to Kyle, in my opinion, or else the stewards are frauds. Anyway, also the Ferrari is doing it, but we'll turn a blind eye to that. 3 minutes left. Yeah. Oh. Alright, we're right along with P2 for now. The first loser. P2, you know, second place is the first loser place, you know. Anyway, Kyle, through turn 2 now. Look, turn 1 looked decent. Doesn't touch the inside curve very much on turn 3. So he keeps his position, I would like to say. Here, through turn 5. Nicely taken, yeah. Now, coming up turn 6. He misses. He doesn't miss the apex. It just goes deep, using all of the exit curve there to maximize the track, avoiding the bump in the road that will most definitely slow you down. Now coming to turn 8. He doesn't really hit the apex. He keeps it in the middle ground there somewhere. Turn 9, 10, and now 11. Very nicely taken by Kyle. Turn 12, also very good. Keeps a red line going through all of it, so doesn't really get off the throttle, just leaning it through, and he abandons the lap. Anyway, Indigo then. On the exit, let's see now. 23.2, improves by another 2/10. Let's see. Jerome is on a slow lap. Who is it Blue Racer? Yeah, Blue Racer is the next one to set a lap time. Very consistent. Oh no, never mind. He spins. Not so consistent. Palace White. Never mind. Who's the next one? And Blue Racer is still struggling. Sahailu is the next one to set a lap time through the final sector now. Coming up to turn 14. Flat out here. Braking as the pit entry lines start to form. And look at that, a bit of a snappy exit. Gives him a 123 free. 1/10 slower than Indigo, but it's currently a Scuderia front row lockout. La Squadra Rossa. Anyway, Smirteroni, 124 flat, puts it in P6. And there we go, Jolo Man finishes. The sneaky lagger, actually Petuka. Anyway, the sneaky lagger through turn 15, 123.6, puts him in P4. Who's the next one? FRL, it's Jerome. Yeah, that would have been a pole lap indeed, Blue Racer. Now come up to the line for Jerome. 123.493. Also, the other Jerome now, FVR Jerome. Through the final sector, using all of the curves and all of the track there, as you can see, flat out through turn 14. Now coming up to turn 15. Misses the apex just a tiny bit, but uses all of the exit curve. 123.499, puts him in P4. And now the last person is bottling. Never mind then. And yes, Sahila goes into pits. That is qualifying over. Yeah. And yeah, we're just waiting for Palace White to get into the pits so the session can end. But it seems like our man Indigo has gotten the pole position for today's race. Good qualifying from him. He has been consistently, or he's been producing consistently fast lap times this session, except for the first one, so not so consistent. Anyway. Indigo or Jamie, P1 123.2. Sehailu makes it a Ferrari front load lockout with a 123.3. Jerome P3. The other Jerome P4. Kyle P5. The sneaky lagger P6. Blue Racer P7. Smirteroni P8. Mikulitsi P9. Petuka P10. Joloman P11. Mats P12. Palace White P13. Masiek P14. Phoenix P15. Leo disqualified actually, and Masiek and Phoenix did not have a time set. That is qualifying over then, ladies and gentlemen. We will be processing over to the race. Or moving on to the race. I don't know. Yeah, right. So, as you all know, in the Asmer, on the last race of the real life F1 season, we start at daytime and move over to nighttime. So currently it looks kind of bright outside, but in the middle of the race it's gonna darken, and we're gonna have a spectacular night sky above us. But as we wait for the FRL drivers and drivers from leagues and whatnot to ready up and start the formation lap, I'll be going to have a sip of water. And thank God I had a water bottle in my room, or that would have been taking some more time. But here we go then. The formation lap has started. I want to see the tires. Oh, look at that Indigo taking the old route. He's missing it. Yeah. Anyway, let's not have lap date or telemetry. Let's have tires. Alright, so the top 5 on the hards, as well with Petuka, Phoenix and Leo. The rest on mediums. Yeah. Let's do intervals. Yeah, let's keep it like this. So the predicted pit stop strategy powered by AWS. If you're on the mediums, you'll be pitting on lap 12, and if you do some math, you'll be pitting on lap 17 or 18 on the hards if you can do 12 laps on mediums. We didn't get to see the hards, but here we go then. They'll soon come up to their starting positions, and we'll get this race going. 29 laps starting at daytime, or actually daylight. It's not daytime, it's in the afternoon, and we'll be transferring over to nighttime by the middle or the end of it. Might be pretty early actually, but anyway, the drivers are lining up. The Ferrari front row, I bet Binotto would love to see this. We have an Alfa Romeo doing sussy things back there. And it's glitching. There you go then. The drivers have lined up. We'll be starting the Grand Prix any moment now. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights ahead of the drivers. It's lights out and away they go. Look at that. Sehailu already cutting in behind Indigo, and it's currently a FRL 1-2, but Sahara went deep, and now Jeroen gets the second place, or behind Indigo. And we have some movements. Palace White has spun on the exit of turn 2. But anyway, Indigo leads from Jeroen from Sehailu. So Sehailu dropping one position from his original spot, and we have Mikulutsi making a bundle of positions there. It seemed like. Oh look. Oh, it's lagging. That's what's happening. Sorry. And here we go through the chicane of turn 6 and 7. And something happening back here maybe. All close together, but nothing can be made just yet. And we have Petuka, who has been spun round on the entry of turn 8. Something has happened there definitely, but Indigo leads still. So Jeroen has not made a move on him, and but they're all real close together, so Indigo needs to start pulling a bit of a gap to Jeroen if he wants to stay in that lead, because when the DRS activates, I would assume Jeroen will be able to make a move quite quickly. But anyway, the two people, Petuka and Palace White, switching positions in the back there. And we have another spinner. It is Mats and Leo, both spun on the exit of turn 1. But Indigo has set the fastest lap time of 1:39. He is leading the first lap of the Grand Prix. Now let's see, will Jeroen make anything out of this slipstream? No, he does not. They have about the same ERS. And Smirtironi has crashed on the exit of turn 5. So that is not good for him, of course. And we have a VSC, thank God, not a safety car. We don't want to stay here forever. And yeah. Now Jeroen is really close. Is he really down on his delta? And now the gap built up. It's a weird delta, maybe. Anyway, I would presume the race will be starting any moment now. And Indigo is leading from Jeroen, from Sarlo, from other Jeroen to Kyle, to Blue Racer, to Mikulutsi, to Joloman, to Phoenix, to Masiek, to the Sneaky Lagger, to Leo, to Mats, to Petuka, to Palace White. Starting lap 3 of the Grand Prix, still in the VSCs. No one decided to pay DRS enabled, and there we go. It is green flag racing, and Indigo hasn't really been caught napping by Jeroen, but the DRS will be active. So let's ride along with Indigo. Will Jeroen? Oh, Jeroen goes for a really deep dive there to maybe try to scare Indigo, but here we go. On the DRS straight, will Jeroen make the move on to Indigo? He stays behind. Will he go for it? No, he decides to stay behind. Plays a long game. Now Indigo went a bit deep because of that. This will allow Jeroen to get a better entry and exit out of the chicane. Now still in the slipstream, and the DRS chooses the outside line coming into turn 8. Jeroen all over the curb. They're side by side through turn 8. Now will Jeroen get the better exit? Maybe who will get the better exit, actually I should say. And it is Jeroen getting the better exit, using more of the curb on the outside, which allows him to get a better exit there. So Jeroen is leading Grand Prix from Indigo. The two Ferraris have been overtaken by overtaken by the Red Bull. And that is quite... Oh, actually, never mind. The Red Bull bottles and the Ferraris are once again in the lead. Bottle. Anyway, 28-8 for Sehailu leading now. I was about to say the two Ferraris have been overtaken by the Red Bull, and we have seen that way too much this season. But obviously we haven't seen the Red Bull bottling as much, so that's quite new. Anyway, the two Mercedes are close together, and we can see FRL Girone has gone a bit deep at the entry of turn 5. Now, Kyle will have the ERS on. Actually, he did have it on, but now turn it off. He would have the DRS and the slipstream, and he's well ahead coming into turn 6. And also, you can see the Haas making a bit of a move there on Blue Racer. The Haas of Micheluzzi. And now we can see Jerome might want to make a move back on Kyle, but no, he doesn't. And also, of course, one of the Red Bulls trying to make up for the positions that his teammate lost, and Blue Racer had a bit of a snappy moment on the exit of turn 8. He makes a switch back on Jolo Man though, but Jolo Man says that Blue Racer had a snappy exit out of turn 8, which led some people, and we have both Ferraris have bottled. Both Ferraris have bottled. This is quite usual, I would like to say. So Indigo stays out, Sihailu pits, I think, for a front wing change. But it's currently went from a Red Bull Ferrari to a Ferrari to a Mercedes. Out of nowhere, the Mercedes are now in the lead, and the Haas is in P3 of Micheluzzi, which is quite unusual. Yes, offense, Miku. No, I mean, I'm joking. Anyway, the lagging car of Miku, lagging for me at least, might want to make a move on Jerome soon, as he is really close to Jerome. And there's a yellow flag in the sector 2 there. It's Leo spinning. It seemed like. I have no idea if he did, but I think I saw Leo dropping down the order on the leaderboard. But here we go. Miku being very patient with Jerome here. He's on the mediums, of course. He will lose out later on in the race when the hards are. You have to equip the hard, and the others are on the mediums. So you gotta make these moves as soon as possible, because soon enough the mediums will drop and he won't be quick enough to overtake them. Phoenix has bottled and is now P14. The Ferrari blunder though, that's unbelievable. They have pretty low ERS. But yeah. Leo retires from the session. He has crashed on the exit of turn 3. There we can see his car, and there's a safety car. So on the right side, Sihailu will be back with the pack. That's good for him. We'll have more action. How am I supposed to get the conversation going now with a boring safety car? One could ask. So let's talk about Abu Dhabi. Anyone got any interesting information about Abu Dhabi? Because I had no idea. Ferrari World is close to this track, so that might be fun and stuff. Yeah? Nah, fuck it, bro. I'm just gonna wing it. Anyway, Sebastian Vettel having his last race today. No, not today. This weekend. It's on Sunday, and his helmet is filled with people who paid an extreme amounts of money to be on it. How very lovely. Anyway, Sebastian Vettel is the best driver. If you say otherwise, you're shit. Anyway, drivers are pitting onto the hards. I presume they think they can take the hards to the end, which is perfect, really. The hards, if they do make it to the end, is amazing. They've been thrown a lifeline from not being completely destroyed later on in the race by the medium runners, or the current hard runners, I should say. And Would you look at that? Even in FRL, the top three are Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari. One could call us the most realistic league ever. And I'm very proud of commentating over that league. But yeah, so the hard runners have pitted no, actually the medium runners have pitted to a set of hards, and 4 hard runners have pitted onto a set of mediums. And Sihailu has pitted back onto his original set of hards. Will they make it to the end though, is the question. He's taking it really slowly. He doesn't want to incur 1% of damage on those tires. It's taking it really smoothly. Like driving through butter. Control lines as well. Yeah. I'll be back in a moment, so enjoy the view as the night is starting to fall upon us. Well, I am back, and as you can see, safety car in this lap. Kyle is becoming the de facto safety car. Jeroen is pulling a Max Verstappen. Actually, this reminds me of on the penultimate lap of the 2021 Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi. But yeah, Kyle will be starting lap 9 of the Grand Prix very soon. Let's see when he goes. And he just went on the entry of the final corner. Interesting approach, and he gets a shite exit. And here we go. The Red Bull overtakes him after having passed the start-finish line, and he is ahead. Oh, gets a bit of an oversteer moment on the exit of turn 1 though, but still keeps the car in one place. And now continues through turn 3 up to turn 4 and 5. Let's see, will Kyle send it? No, he does not send it, but he gets a better, I would like to say apex, but none of them hit an apex. But he went for a tighter approach than Jeroen, and now moving left, moving right to stay in the slipstream. And they're really close together actually. Let's ride along with Jeroen. How is this exit? A very good exit there. I don't think Kyle will be able to challenge. We should actually look at Kyle's rear wing, see if Indigo might do something, but no, he doesn't. And we have a yellow flag in sector 2, and that's Joe Man and Blue Racer crashing on the middle of the straight. What happened there? What? I think the stewards will have something to say about that. I don't know what happened, but something wasn't right over there. And now Jeroen will be taking this opportunity to pit off from his hards. And let's see what tire he goes for. It is the mediums. I don't know. I don't think they can make it to the end. 19 laps. Sahilo pits once again. How many stops has he done? Stops. 3 stops for Sahilo. And we're down to 12 runners. But the safety car is out once again, ladies and gentlemen. I asked FRL today, can we have a short Grand Prix? But no, we can't have a short Grand Prix. We have to have 2 safety cars. And I'm gonna try to see your comment, Blue Racer. It's too thick for it to pop up on my screen. But you are clearly frustrated. Okay, so Blue Racer says, I thought I was clearly ahead of Jolo. Well, so I assume you turned in on him when he was on the inside, but that led to a crash. Anyway, Indigo bottled and lost the position to Phoenix. Oh, actually, if you look at Phoenix, he has no front wing. So he will have to pit. And Palace White have been switching positions. Something is not right with that car. It's still ghosting, but he is driving. Yeah, I don't know. Phoenix pits. And lap 11 of the Grand Prix has been started. Sorry, I won't. I'll give you guys a quiet period. Because, to be honest, I want to fall asleep. I've been yawning like crazy these past minutes. It's not that FRL isn't interesting, it's just that I'm solo commentating and we've had 2 safety cars. Like, there's only so much I can talk about before I run out. Like, so please, no more safety cars. We had 1 VSC as well. And it was a long VSC. Can we just get the laps done with? I'm just gonna play some poker on my phone until we start. Kids, don't do gambling. Do drugs instead. I mean, don't do gambling. Gambling is bad for you. And stuff. I think we'll have 1 more lap under the safety car and then we'll be going. So that won't be too bad. Oh, actually, we have went. Oh, sorry, I didn't check. Anyway, we are going. Kyle, still in the lead. Jerome has pit onto a set of mediums last on the exit on the last safety car, and Mats has spun on the exit of turn 3. Anyway, Kyle leading. Let's see here. All in a train. Nothing exciting happening really. And no one is close to anyone. Oh, look at that, the Ferrari going through Palace White. Palace White is in AI mode, I would presume. And here we go, the sneaky lagger and Jeroen switching positions on the back straight now, coming up to turn 8. They might pull a Mika Häkkinen Schumacher-esque move there, but nothing happened. Jeroen beats, he overtakes the sneaky lagger, then also makes a move on Petuka. Indigo also made a move on the sneaky lagger. Now for turn 3 then. Nothing worth mentioning. Kyle leads at the end of lap 12 from Jeroen, from Micheluzzi, from Maciek. Maciek might get overtaken by Jeroen on those fresh mediums. Really hounding Maciek now through turn 1. Now coming up to turn 2. Maciek is ahead. He gets a bit of a snappy moment there at the exit. Now turn 3 and 4. Now coming down to turn 5. He chooses the inside line and is an easy move from... easy move on Maciek on those faster medium tires, and no DRS available just yet, as we have to complete 2 laps after the safety car period. Now Petuka might make a move on Maciek as well. Petuka is on those mediums, so he is also on better tires than Maciek. Maciek also locks up and gets overtaken by Indigo. I know Maciek though, he's on new pedals, so don't be too harsh on him. Just let the man adapt. Also note that Jeroen is also on new pedals, FRL Jeroen. A move here on the sneaky lagger, but sneaky lagger keeps... And there you go. Petuka spun on the entry of the turn 11. Not very ideal for him. But moving on. Oh, look at that. Sahilo is right up behind the sneaky lagger. He's trying to size up a move. And I think he will get it really soon. Maybe at the entry of turn 5. Coming into turn 5, he might choose the inside or outside. Mats gets a 3-second time penalty now. Coming up to turn 5. Will Sahilo make something out of this? No, he does not. But it goes, it takes a deeper approach, which then turns into a better exit. No, DRS available for both cars, but Sahilo using some ERS to pull up alongside the sneaky lagger. We have Petuka as DNF'd somewhere and also left, so he has not had a good race today. But Sahilo made the move on the sneaky lagger and now is looking for a move on Maciek. He will have the DRS and the slipstream, and it seems that will also be an easy move to be done. And he is up to P6. And Jeroen has made a move on Kyle, but I haven't noticed. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what happened up here, but I think Kyle was leading and the FRL Jeroen was in P3, but here you go, it's FRL Jeroen in P1 and FVR Jeroen in P2. I wouldn't be surprised either, Blue Racer, but we're almost halfway through now after this lap. So it's not too bad. We've had 2 safety cars and it's gone fast. It's gone by pretty fast, that's what I want to say. So even if you are 10 drivers, it's not that bad. But here you go, Jeroen is within 2/10 of the other Jeroen, of FRL Jeroen. Now, will he use the DRS on his Jeroen doppelganger, or whatever you say? I don't know. But here we go, in the slipstream and the DRS on, chooses the outside line, or actually being forced to the outside line by the defending of FRL Jeroen. The FRL Jeroen makes a switchback, or just try to hamper himself through the corner to get a better exit. Now the DRS on FVR Jeroen coming up into turn 8. He is on the outside. Jeroen has the inside line. He can't get a better... Who's gets a better exit? He gets all of the outside track to himself, FRL Jeroen, but still gets overtaken by FVR Jeroen. This is so confusing. I don't know how I kinda managed that. Like, it wasn't perfect. And here we see Indigo going deep at turn 13. This lets Sehailo go side by side with him for turn 14. And also Indigo pits. And here we go then. Sehailo up to P5 thanks to that. But it was looking like a really feisty battle. Now Kyle has been dropped by FRL Jerome. And that will leave him vulnerable to Miku, who is on 9-lap-old hards, and I think he thinks, and they will go to the end, I think. So, and I don't know if the mediums ahead of him will go to the end, and I know for sure that Kyle has the pit, and he's also derating. This will be really exhilarating for Mikulizzi, who can actually grab a win today if he gets a move on and overtakes the drivers ahead of him. And not let... I don't know if the mediums can do to the end, but if they can, then it might be hard for Mikulizzi to win. But there we go, down the inside of Kyle's car. Will he get a good switchback on turn 8? He does indeed. They're still side by side at the exit of turn 8. Now actually Miku gets a better exit than Kyle at the exit of turn 8. And here you go, Miku has made the move, but he also goes deep at turn 11. And that opened up the possibility for a re-overtake there for Kyle, but Miku kept it. And yeah, now only has 2 drivers ahead of them. One of them, I think, is trying to go to the end on those mediums. The other will most certainly have to pit. But it remains to be seen what actually happens. This might be quite interesting, you know. Palace White, or actually his AI, goes for a pit stop. And we can see Kyle is about to be overtaken by Sehailo. On those fresher mediums, Sehailo is looking to move up the field. But of course Kyle gets the DRS and the slipstream from Mikulizzi, so Sehailo has to make a bit of a dive for it. Still side by side, and Kyle has to let Sehailo go there. And now Sehailo can push after Mikulizzi, trying to salvage some points for the Scuderia. Yeah, I think Palace White, I think he's an AI mode Blue Racer. I'm not quite sure, but here we go. We have a yellow flag. It is one of the Mercedes. He lost a bundle of positions and is now P6. And he decides to stay out. So his pit strategy, I think, is involving a set of softs. Because I would have pitted by now if I was on 17-lap-old hards. But Jeroen, FRL It's Jeroen, has been overtaken by Mikulizzi and is about to be overtaken by Sehailo. More importantly, Mikulizzi only has 1 car ahead of him for the win, and that is FR Jeroen, who might not even make it to the end on those tires. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, here we go. The Ferrari and Mercedes are side by side coming up to turn 6. The Ferrari brakes deeper, or actually brakes later than the Mercedes, and that's Sehailo ahead of Jeroen at the exit of turn 7. Now Sehailo also sees that Miku is derating, but he is also in fact derating. All of them are derating, except even Jeroen is derating. Yeah, they're all around 11-15%, between 20 and 5%. That's what I've seen all the cars in. So it seems this circuit is eating a lot of ERS. Although you wouldn't think that with the slow third sector. And here we go, Jeroen taking an interesting line in order to avoid a warning from the game. If you accidentally go outside the track there, you can keep to the right and the game won't give you a warning most of the times. There we go, then Jeroen still pulling a good gap to Mikulicki. 7 seconds was 5 or 6 seconds when Mikulicki got into P2. Here we go. Sahailu is looking for a move on Mikulicki on the back straight here. Gets the outside from Mikulicki and he's well ahead coming into the corner actually. Miku goes a bit deep as well, which might ruin his chances to make a re-overtake here. And it indeed has. The gap is 5/10 and he won't be catching up to Sahailu in this short straight with 5/10. And there you go, Sahailu up to P2, free to chase after Jeroen. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. It is IRT Indigo. So he has spun once again in this race. And the Mercedes of FRL S10 goes into the pits. He will go onto a set of softs or hards. I think softs. And that has released the rest to do whatever they would like to do. And there's a yellow flag, and that's a safety car. Indigo has pulled the Latifi. He's crashed at the same corner. I hope this wasn't something inspired by Alonso in 2008. Because if it was, it's really bad. But here we go, a third safety car. This also means that Jeroen and Sahailu will be duking it out for the win. Because they're both on the same lap old mediums, and if they can make it to the end, it will be optimal for them. Or maybe Jeroen might just pit. He has a decent gap. And if he pits, Sahailu will have to pit. Or actually others will have to pit because they will be eaten up by the soft tires Jeroen will be using. And yeah, look at that, he's pitting. So he's pulling the trigger, he's going into the pits for a set of softs. Order not to exceed the speed limit. And is that a set of softs or mediums? It is a set of mediums. So he goes on another set of mediums. And the sneaky lagger makes it past the Red Bull. And he's up to P1. Everybody's on a set of mediums except Phoenix and Kyle. Kyle getting the safety car he asked for, staying out that long. And he's P7. Wonderful. Indigo has left the session. Thank you, Indigo, for the third safety car of the session, plus the VSC. Hopefully no more safety car. But as it looks right now, he is? Oh shit, he is! Palace, welcome back to the Grand Prix, mate. I don't know if you've been here all along and we just had a bad connection, but welcome back to the physical car Grand Prix and not ghost car. Also, here's a tip from a fellow league racer. Go to Fanatec. They have Black Friday sales up. If you want to bag some equipment. Just saying. And if you're on PC, screw Fanatec. Get like a Mosa rig or something. And we got 5 viewers. Hallelujah. Oops. I hope Jamie could join. Oh shit, safety car in this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Finally we get this long race going. I've been streaming for over an hour and we're not finished. Oh, please, please. Also, it's looking all more dark outside, but it's still not dark. There's still some sunlight. Yeah, 10 drivers. I don't think much can happen, to be honest. There you go. The sneaky lagger has gone now, and Jeroen is right behind him on his faster medium tires. He'll be looking to make a move really soon, but he takes it easy. Doesn't want to startle the hard runner of the sneaky lagger, but there you go. Up to turn 2, Jeroen takes the lead, and he has now a massive advantage on Sehailu, for example, who has to make these moves really quick, or else he'll be falling away from Jeroen. They're both on the same, on almost the same tire age, and on the same tire. Here you go. Chooses the inside line for Sehailu, coming up to turn 6 now. Down the inside of Mats, and that's the move done. But oh, it drifted through turn 7, and that wasn't very ideal. But anyways, Sehailu has overtaken Mats, but now Mats might come back at Sehailu on those slow 13 lap old hards. He still decides to challenge Sehailu. That is quite dumb, if I do say so myself. Anyway, Miku has made the move on Mats on those fresher medium tires. And now Sehailu is 2 seconds. Let's put leader. Sehailu is 2 seconds away from Jeroen. So he has lost 2 seconds, and he might lose even more time because the sneaky lagger is ahead. So... oh, look at the ERS. Sehailu has been burning through his ERS because he knows he has to make a move on these drivers, or else Jeroen will be running away. Here we go then. Going really deep, scaring the sneaky lagger a bit. He wants to startle him. He wants him to have a bad exit. But now the sneaky lagger had an exit well enough for him to make Sehailu use the ERS, and he's now down the inside, and now Sehailu is released. He can go and hunt Jeroen. 2.6 seconds. Micheluzzi chooses the outside line. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. It's one of the McLarens. It's Mats, and there we go. Micheluzzi also makes the move, and he's up to P3. But Jeroen has built a 3-second gap. He has used all of his ERS to pull away, and Sehailu has a tiny bit to play with, not too much, and Micheluzzi has an equal amount as Sehailu. let's go back to intervals. So I noticed Phoenix might get P4 quite soon, you know, and maybe even P3 if he's fast enough. Jeroen has got the fastest lap. Matt gets a 3-second time penalty. DRS has been enabled. We're on lap 25 out of 29. There is 5 laps left, including this one. And it seems like Sehailu is getting dropped by Jeroen here. But Jeroen has burned all of his ERS. And you can see here that Micheluzzi is looking for a P2 finish. 2 lap younger tires than Sehailu, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference. Also, Phoenix has made a move on the sneaky lagger. The sneaky lagger, though, will get the DRS and will be in the slipstream to maybe counter-attack Phoenix coming into turn 8. But no, he does not. Not much he could do. Turn 10, 11 now. Jeroen will also try to make a move on the sneaky lagger as soon as possible. He can get some more. He can get more points for the Mercedes team. But look at that, Kyle behind him is on softs. Will he let his teammate by for him in order for him to hunt the drivers ahead, or will he try to be fast enough on the mediums in order for both of them to go to a desirable position? Let's see what he does. And now the gap has remained the same between Jeroen and Sehailu, still 3.5 seconds. But between Micheluzzi and Sehailu, though, the gap is still within a second, and now he will have the DRS. If our FRL Jeroen has dropped 2 positions, so something has happened there that we missed, unfortunately. His wing is still intact, so that's good for him. That's good at least. Might have been an error he made himself, I'm not quite sure. But here we go then. Micheluzzi in the DRS, or actually on with the as the DRS open and in the slipstream of Sehailu, but nothing happened there as you could see. On the turn 8 then, nothing to be made out of that. But Kyle is out of the sneaky lagger. Oh, he hit a bump on the inside. Okay, I understand. Anyway, moving on with 3 more laps to go, including lap 27, which Jeroen has started. FER Jeroen. And oh, you can see Phoenix track is standing there, and Micheluzzi had a bit of a tank slapper on the entry, or actually I didn't know where that happened. On the entry of turn, or maybe the exit of turn. Oh, okay, something's happening. On the exit of turn 2. Okay, now, okay, yeah, now that's very laggy. Sorry, commentating over nothing. Masiek has made the move on the sneaky lagger. The sneaky lagger has been losing positions the entire the last few laps since the safety car restart, I should say. And that's not very well. Also, Micheluzzi is within a second now of Sehailu once again. So gotta stay within a second throughout this long third sector and the start of the first sector, in order for him to have DRS on the important parts. And also it's lagging, so we'll look away from that. But the gap relatively the same as last time. Well, 3.4 now. Okay, actually 3.5. So the same as last time. Nothing really happening. And 2 more laps then. Jeroen has started the 28th lap. I think we're gonna go with the FRL Jeroen, as he will be close to overtaking the sneaky lagger soon. Also, as you can see, it's darker than than before. It is nighttime, but it still looks kind of bright out. But anyway, it is night. And here we go. Jerome makes the move on the sneaky lagger. So the sneaky lagger losing another position. And we'll have 2 more laps, including this one. Soon this will be over. Palace White not having the best of races. Started the 28th lap 3 corners ago. And Jeroen is about to finish the 28th lap. He has 4 more corners. It's not very ideal. But here we go. Starting the 29th lap of the Grand Prix is Jeroen. He has lost half a second to Seattle that lap. We're gonna ride along with Jeroen for this bit. I'll be back in a jiffy. You just enjoy the final lap of round 15 in season 10 FRL. Right, we are back. Jeroen then is about to finish in first for the FVR team, or actually the Red Bull team. He's reserving today in the Red Bull that 2 other drivers had chosen before him, but they both changed their minds. But anyway, the Dutchman of FVR Jeroen is about to finish P1 today, round the final corner. Let's see. Cross, and it goes really deep, but I think that's on purpose. And here we go then. Spins across the line in style, and that is P1 for FVR Jeroen. And yeah, Mikelitsi gets a podium, worth noting. Pat Goat. And we have 2 more drivers to cross the line. One of them has crossed the line, and it's only Palace White left. Throttling around, starting the 3rd sector right now. We're 1 sector away from finishing this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's true, Blue Racer. Bit of a laggy Palace White. Comes up to turn 14 now. Flat out for turn 14. Now turn 15. Rounds the final corner. Up to the line. That is the race over in FRL, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long race. And my voice wants to give up. Driver of the day goes to NRX Phoenix. Should be FRL Phoenix soon, as he has joined the Humble squad. But anyway, FVR Jeroen walks up to the podium. He is the winner of the Grand Prix, doing his little dance here. And the others clapping like they actually give a fuck. Anyway, also up the trophy. The Red Bull staff are really happy with this win, of course. Although they're AI programmed to look like that. But anyway. He sprays the champagne all over the people. And Adrian Newey looks at his driver proudly, as you can see. Anyway, FVR Jeroen with the fastest lap of a 1:25.1 wins the race for Red Bull. Sahailu ends where he started, P2. Mikelutsi gets a podium, P3. Phoenix, P4 from P15. That's a good Good overtaking has to be done to get that position. And Masiek from P14 to P5, also very nicely done. Kyle, P6, Jerome, P7, the sneaky lagger, P8, Mats, P9, Palace with his laggy race, P10, Indigo, Petuka, Blue Racer, Jolaman, Leo, Smirtironi, all of them DNF'd. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that has been FRL Season 10, Round 15, the Oil Money Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. I've been FRL Rotation, as you might have already known, but I didn't introduce me. It's been a pleasure commentating, except during the safety cars, because I wanted to fall asleep, literally. I'm not sure if I will be back next weekend. I'll try to, but I'm not sure if I will, so don't expect it from me. But anyway, I've been FRL Rotation. This has been FRL Oil Money Grand Prix. I'll thank you for watching today, and subscribe to the channel and whatnot, and I'll see you again when we do meet again, I guess.